What's happening, guys? So this next video you're going to watch, I've just come out of the job. It's a live breakdown. So I was sent in there to do a trace and repair for potential gas leak. Couldn't find a gas leak, no smell of gas. I've gone to do my 26.9 checks on the boiler and I found that it's been wired in incorrectly. You'll see what I mean as we go along, but it means that this was a new boiler which was not installed correctly or not wired up correctly, which means it's an uncommissioned appliance. So it's never been working ever since it's been put in. I don't know how the installers got away with it. It's a complete shambles, but I actually really enjoyed it because it got the brain working. I actually did some proper fault finding after a while, and yeah, managed to get a result in the end. So hope you guys enjoy it. Any questions, leave a comment below and I'll try and answer as many questions as I can. And also, if you guys are watching my videos and you're liking them, please do thumbs up, and remember, please subscribe. Thanks a lot and enjoy the video. Right, got a very strange wiring fault here. So this is the switch for the boiler. It's a new install that's been done not so long ago. As soon as I turn that on, boiler fires up. Well, it gets alive, but this boiler doesn't have a permanent live. It only has a switch live, so it should only power up when there's a demand from the 3-port, or if there's 2 ports or whatever. No demand here, program is off. That's the switch for the immersion. I've got no power coming into anywhere here. So 3 ports not opening, pump's not running. Boiler tries to fire, overheats because obviously the heat's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna open up these and see what's been going on in here, because I think when they've done the install, someone's cocked something up. So let's have a look. Right, that's just got 2 lives, part of a ring circuit, and the boiler just wired straight into there. Nothing behind that blanking plate. No. Oh, there's a couple of wires actually here that look like they've been cut. Right, I'm going to see if those are anyway linked to here. But first, let's make sure they're not live. Right, so I managed to get a bit of cable and try and do a continuity check between these and the wiring center. Nothing. Just seen this cable coming down from the top of the boiler, which I think is coming from here because that goes up in the trunking. So I'm guessing that's probably going across and coming down there. So I'm going to now do a continuity check between there and there to see if any of these wires match up. Right, this is a bit difficult to film, but I found my cables. So I've got the brown coming from here. I know you can't see it, but this is the cable coming from the top of the boiler. So brown into the wiring center. Right, that's our permanent live. That should be feeding the wiring center. Next one is the black on this 4-core. And this should be our switch live, so there we go. That's between the black and the switch live. And obviously we then got neutral and earth as well. So we know now permanent live, switch live, neutral and earth. So whoever's fitted this boiler, when they've done it, I don't know what they've done, but they've just literally wired the boiler straight into the spur, cut this cable, which actually feeds the wiring center. Madness, you come across a madness into here, I tell you. Right, here we go. Firstly, why am I not surprised? 13 amp fuse in the spur. So we're going to change that to a 3 amp. What I'm going to have to do temporarily, just to get this back up and running, is Wagos. So I've got my permanent live. That is I'm going to run a cable out the bottom of there, connect it into there, and my neutral and earth. So that will then send our live neutral and earth to the wiring center. Then the switch live from here, from the orange, that's on the black. So I'm going to wiggle that black to the permanent, to the switch live on the boiler. So now when there's a demand, that's when the boiler will come on, the pump should run, and everything should work properly. And then an electrician or whoever can come and make this good. But I'm here to just make sure to get this up and running, because I just don't understand how people can just get away with shit like this. Right, it's not the neatest, but with it being social housing, they'll get the electricians to come in and make this good. But the main thing is, I'm here to make this functional. So all I've done from here is I disconnected the cable coming from the boiler out the fuse spur. I've wired in 3-core cable, just live, neutral and earth, and that is now feeding. Let me just put this fuse down. So from here, we've got a permanent live, that's now going up that cable. So basically permanent live, neutral and earth. They're now feeding the wiring center in here. And all I've done is with the black, which was our switch live, I've linked that to the brown, which was on the boiler cable, because remember, the backseat heat only range only requires a switch live, not a permanent live. And also 3-way Wago's for all the other connections. So this is electrically safe. It's not going to, it just doesn't look good obviously. It needs to be put in a junction box or something, so they'll get their sparkies out to sort that out. But my main thing is, let's pop the fuse in. Right, 3-amp fuse. Now, moment of truth, turn that on. Bingo, look at that. There's now power at the programmer. So I think it needs some timing sets. I'm going to set the times. I'm going to turn it on and give it a demand and see what we get. Right, here we go. So let's put hot water on continuous. Bingo, look at that. Pumps on. 3-port has sent a signal to the switch live on the boiler. Now we're just going to wait for that to kick in. Can't tell if it's really... Oh no, here we go. That's lit now. So flow is here. Yeah, that's getting warm already. Pump's doing its thing. That is flowing through nicely. Gonna come into the 3-port, and yeah, hot water side is getting hot. Heating side is also getting hot, which means this 3-port is passing. So that I'll have to book up to be replaced, because that's now passing down the heating and the hot water side. But the main thing is, it's now been wired up correctly and the boiler is actually working as it should be. So now I'll do my 26.9 checks, make sure it's all burning correctly, and book this in for this to be made good properly, because obviously you can't leave it like that, but it's working now as it should do.